Classes in session, yet a motherfucking again. Welcome to the Heezy Hoopcast with your nigga, Bread versus Yoga, powered by AnimalHeezy.com. Please visit AnimalHeezy.com at your earliest convenience and invite yourself to betterness and invite yourself to an opportunity to grow with us because we growing and we showing. But R.I.P. to my nigga Kahuna. R.I.P. to my nigga Ray Jew. God bless, God rest. God bless the families. I'm back in this thing yet again. Hey, all you little whores, all you little bitty bitches. Nah, though. Speaking of little bitty bitches, I'm a Black Youngster fan and shit. I was a huge fan of the Young and Reckless mixtape, the Fuck Everybody mixtape. This new Illuminati joint is I think he going through that little slump that damn near every new artist these days goes through, where the first two projects are extremely fire, and then by the time you get to the third one and shit, like, you damn near done ran out of shit to talk about already, and you got to reset after a couple mixtapes. So I hope he holds on long enough. I mean, he with CMG and shit, he with God in him, so he should be good. But I hope he holds on enough to ride through the slump and shit, because I want to see, Fuck Everybody Part 2. I don't feel like Illuminati was the continuation of Fuck Everybody, Fuck Everybody was borderline brilliant, man. But anywho, hey, man, I love this podcast and shit. It's a give and take thing, you know what I'm saying? Some days, like I had to do a live one yesterday, and we just did it off the cuff just because, it wasn't that much going on. But when you do podcasts, especially based on internet content, this shit is really easy some days, because some days you wake up, and I was gonna do one about the Thunder and Spurs game last night, and then I get a double win. Well, this is the one about the Thunder and the Spurs game. Spoiler alert. But I wake up to Nicki Minaj responding to Remy Ma finally, and shit, you think it ain't gonna be a sesh about that one? I mean, I already did one when Sheether came out, so, I got to go ahead and do the follow-up. And it's like now the content, my cup overfloweth with content and shit to talk about. But this ain't that. That'll be later. Right now, I got this Thunder versus Spurs game I watched last night. I ain't going to spend, the whole 15 talk about it this time, but it was an interesting enough game for me to feel compelled to talk about it. So, shit. Thunder over the Spurs last night. The score did not really indicate how much the Thunder dominated the Spurs last night. Well, not so much dominated them, but kind of kept their foot on these niggas' necks and didn't take it off and shit. And, yeah, man, San Antonio is wild. Like, as soon as I started talking shit about San Antonio on the live pod from Patterson, the Spurs come out and look like this. The second I was talking shit about their roster and them having David Lee and Powell and LaMarcus, and they got depth down low and all of that. No, I'm getting a phone call. Thank God. Thank God I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Thank God I finally learned my lesson about that. But, yeah, as much of a beast as Kawhi has become, it almost feel like, at least, in this game, when Kawhi's on the bench, man, the offense looks lost without this nigga. Where is TP? Is TP hurt? Somebody update me on that. But I guess without Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard out there, the offense looks lost. I saw even a veteran like Powell, Gasol, out there looking lost. Danny Green still can't be trusted to put the fucking ball on the ground, just just shoot and play defense, 3-and-D, as I've heard it described, as I heard it called. And, you know, Kawhi done turned up the Super Saiyan levels, but it's almost looking like the Spurs team is almost starting to stand around watching him or wait for him to fix it, you know, especially after that game versus the Rockets and shit. So I don't know. Like, I still think this is a well-constructed squad, but this game kind of worries me about their chances in the playoffs. And I know it's one game, but it's the way the offense looked. You know, it's an offense predicated on motion, ball movement, all this shit. And it's like they just didn't. It was almost like they didn't know what to do. Like they forgot. And it was a lot of niggas too that was getting ticked. That was like kind of, it looked like some Greg Popovich experiment type shit. Where who was the nigga that was running point guard for them who was totally not ready? Let me look this shit up real quick because I hate not knowing names and shit. Give me just a second. I'm live. I ain't got no home training. I'm doing this shit. Okay, this is the time. Google, Alexa, fuck me. That's cool. But whoever the point guard is in place of Tony Parker. Oh, that must have been why he's out there. Tony Parker must be hurt. Do the math. So, yeah, man. Like, LaMarcus still a beast, but it's only so much them two can do without the others stepping up, as Shaq will call them. Oh, the Google shit wants to pull up now. Murray. I don't know how to say this nigga first name. Deontay Murray. Yeah, that's not it. They still got a well built enough roster to, you know, still be competitive and everything. But somebody like Houston, I feel like, or even when it comes to OKC, and goddamn it, man, let me talk about OKC for a second. I give OKC shit because I hate them as an organization, a franchise, a team, a collection of basketball players. I hate their mascot. I hate their colors. I hate Russell Westbrook. But damn it, man, OKC looked like more of a ready playoff team than the Spurs last night. And I mean, it was OKC that bounced the Spurs last year. But this is a Thunder roster, a Thunder squad without KD. However, what's crazy is without KD, they finally got Russ some help. That's amazing. I mean, it almost makes you wonder if the split between those two was more amicable than we think, because they both have benefited greatly from splitting up. Like, Russ never had, or Russ and KD, when it was the Russ KD Thunder, I don't feel like they had the same amount of help that Russell finally has now. I mean, devoid of KD, because you can never replace KD on a roster, and you can never get enough players to make up for what KD's done. But, you know, it's still 10 other spots on the roster besides 2 people and shit. So, you know, it seems like he has more help, more depth, more help front to back than they ever did with the KD and Russ Thunder. You know, that's crazy. Nigga, I'm looking at their roster now with he got help from the likes of Taj Gibson, Doug McDermott, great pickup. Enes Kanter is back. That's the only player on that squad I absolutely love. He pure baller on the offensive side of the floor. Steven Adams. Phone going off again, man. Steven Adams, Victor Oladipo. He got some help. He finally got some help. And I'm looking at the fucking OKC roster from just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. Listen to this shit. Got Kevin Durant, Mitch McGary, Lance Thomas, Kendrick Perkins, Anthony Morrow, Hasheem the Dream the Beat. The nigga that got drafted over who? What dumbass? Somebody Grizzlies drafted Hasheem the Beat over somebody crazy that year. I remember that draft. I just can't remember who it was. Like, and it went horribly. It went horribly. Russell Westbrook, Sebastian Telfair, Thabo Sefolosha, Mustafa Shakur, Reggie Williams, Derek Fisher, Jeremy Lamb, Steven Adams, Reggie Jackson, Perry Jones III, Serge Ibaka, Nick Collison, Andre Robertson, Ish Smith, and an old Caron Butler. Really, really nondescript roster, really pedestrian squad. So, yeah, now this shit looks like a playoff team. I said that the Thunder wouldn't even make the playoffs this year. You know? And in fairness to me, I wasn't talking about this roster wouldn't make the playoffs. This is a roster, though. And this is a playoff squad that look like they can, you know, take damn near any team to 7 games. The clamps they put on San Antonio, the way they kind of destroyed the ball movement, you know, they played it at both ends of the court, and I gotta give niggas credit. I'm not a huge fan of the Thunder. I'm even less of a fan of Russell Westbrook, but I'm not a hater. This is a contending squad. You feel me? So, and then it was the battle of the Jordan Brand athletes, Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook. So it was a good day for Jordan. You know, he probably had an extra colada of nigga tears that he was sipping on yesterday. You know, good day for the bank. And which leads me to the question again, that if Kawhi Leonard is so quiet and nobody saw this meteoric rise coming, then how has he been a Jordan Brand athlete from day one? And how did nobody see this coming after he was the finals MVP? You know, questions that need answers. I don't have the answers right now. Maybe we'll find them on animalheats.com. Peace.